So, what is health to you? Join me, Kofi Bartels, this and every Thursday for Health Thursday, 8 a.m. on the Morning Crossfire as we explore important issues affecting your health. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Live from the heart of Victoria Island, you're listening to your number one station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, Health Thursday right here on the Morning Crossfire. Like I told you, we have something very fantastic and interesting for you. And it's all about cholera. Cholera. You know, when we were growing up, back in the day, we used to hear about cholera and dysentery. Okay, we just think it's one of those things and we'll take it for granted. But now we're old, we know that cholera is not to be toyed with. All right, and if we go back to the advice we put out by the government of Lagos State when this cholera outbreak was first revealed, Lagos State is leading the chart or the table as far as this cholera is concerned. And one of the things is practice safe hygiene. It was very important. They talked about the water you drink. They talked about the food you eat and all that. So when it comes to food, food safety is important. It's one of the ways of ensuring that you keep your family and yourself safe from contracting cholera. So this morning we want to talk about food safety as a way of preventing cholera, the spread of cholera right here, not just in Lagos State, but in Nigeria. I want to introduce a guest this morning and also to remind you that you can call in and be a part of the conversation. We have our phone lines already open and activated. Our call screener is waiting for your call. So when you call, you give your name and then you be a bit patient and then she'll pass you through to the studio. All right. We also have our social media platforms for you to contribute as well. But let's start with a phone call. 0201-277-0993. 0201-277-0993. That's the number to call. For our female listeners who will find it or might find it difficult getting through to us with that number, as I always say, 0201-465-7190 is the number for you. 0201-465-7190 is the number for you. WhatsApp number 08095975805. 08095975805. That's a number for your WhatsApp message. You can call WhatsApp. You can also send a voice note of 1 minute or less. So preventing cholera through food safety. That's a very important thing. Preventing cholera through food safety is what we're talking about. Comfort Alabede. Alabede.
Yes.
All right. Did I get it right the first time, second time?
Alabede.
Alabede. Good. She's a food safety analyst and supervisor. I was telling her, come on, please lift your mic up a little bit and then draw closer. Yeah. I was telling her, off the air that I haven't met, food safety analyst before. So she's going to tell us what she does, what it means. And Comfort is a hardworking young woman. She's a go-getter. I think we saw you on Instagram.
Yes.
One of those days we were searching. Yeah, and you have a lot of young people really doing stuff, especially ladies on food, nutrition, dieting and all that. But she's a food safety analyst. She's a professionally certified food safety manager with over 4 years experience as a food safety analyst and supervisor. All right, fantastic. And she's passionate about food safety supervision for family kitchens, hotels, general food outlets, where she often implements and develops food safety protocols and also conducts inspections for food safety practices. She's a seasoned HACCP. Now I have to get my certificate now. Hazard analysis and critical control point expert and an FSMS, which is a food safety management systems auditor. Okay, those are people we call food inspectors, like those who are health, safety inspectors, those who come around your kitchen, is make sure everything is okay. If not, they will sanction you. Something like that.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. And of course, she is also professionally certified in general nutrition and wellness from Nexford University, and she has a professional background in chemistry. All right, so you're within your space. And it's so good to see people, build on what they studied in school, for life. Unlike me, some people in broadcasting who studied law. Many.
Ooh.
I have a lot of colleagues who read law. Yeah, in this media space.
Interesting.
And the point I was saying, the lawyers want to take over media. But you see, the thing about law, what they tell you is that law trains you to operate anywhere. Okay, let's take that. Food safety analyst. What? See, all this one I read. It's Bricky. What is a food safety analyst? I've heard of dietitian, nutritionist, food safety analyst. Tell us what that is.
Okay. Food safety analyst. They work, let me say, at the backstage.
Okay.
Yes. So behind every food outlet is a food safety manager. Or should I say, behind every serious food outlet is a food safety analyst.
I see.
Yes.
I see. So what would the food safety analyst be doing in this food outlet? So you're talking about your restaurants.
Yeah.
You're talking about hotels.
Hotels, family kitchens.
Family kitchen.
I am the one introducing family kitchens.
Okay.
Yes.
What is a family kitchen? Like the kitchen at home?
The kitchen at home.
Oh,
yeah.
I see. So what would typically a food safety analyst be doing in, let's say, typical restaurant, for instance?
Okay. So behind the kitchen, as the consumer, you are just concerned with the end product, which is the food, right?
Yeah.
So behind the kitchen is a food safety analyst ensuring that the food is going through all the necessary food safety policies.
Oh.
Yes, before consumption. So right from the raw material down to the consumable part, there is a food safety analyst, or let me say a manager in that kitchen, staying there to ensure that all protocols are being followed just to avoid food poisoning.
I see. So sort of like, because for food business, that should be quality control, because you have to ensure that is done, right?
Yes, but quality beyond the physical appearance and the taste.
I see. That for me
is deeper.
That's for me is the most important.
Exactly.
It's the most important. One of those days I was in one restaurant, one Chinese restaurant, not in Lagos. People start getting scared, and I looked into the kitchen and I said, oh my God. So food safety analysts, preventing food poisoning and all that. Are you looking at just the food, or are you looking at also the environment of the kitchen?
Okay, we are looking at first the food handler.
Oh, the food handler.
Yes, the person preparing the food.
Okay.
Or let me say the people. Yes, from the cleaner in the kitchen down to the person preparing the food.
I see.
So from the food handler to the environment and then the raw materials. Okay. So it's a chain of processes.
When you look at the food handler, even the cleaner, why look at the cleaner?
Yes. Okay. The cleaner can bring about cross-contamination.
How?
Okay, now, for example, the cleaner is bringing in a mop stick from the toilet to mop the kitchen.
Oh, yuck.
And aside from that, is the cleaner wearing the slippers she wore outside into the kitchen? Yes. So there is a bit of processes that could have been ignored, but a food safety analyst will ensure that, you cleaner, please, can you put aside these slippers and put on the one that is designated for the kitchen? So that's part of food safety processes. That's
just like you do if you're going to the surgery room.
Exactly.
You have to take off your...
The same process is needed in the kitchen.
Now, so for the food handlers, what would you be looking out for, as a food safety analyst or manager?
Okay, so as a food safety analyst, right? Yeah. What you do is that you have to introduce strict protocols right in the kitchen. But actually, I usually say that food safety starts right in the market. Yes, from the process of purchasing the raw material right down to the kitchen. So my own policy is that every caterer or every food handler should have the basic knowledge of food safety right from the market before bringing the raw materials to the table.
This is so important. Like those guys I see putting beef, cow meat,
Yeah.
They buy it from the slaughter, or called slaughter, the abattoir.
Yeah.
They slam it on the back of the motorcycle, just raw like that.
Yeah, with the blood.
Throw it with the blood on the
Yes.
back seat.
Yes.
That somebody's bomberman sat on for how many years?
Yeah.
And use this rubber this thing to tie it, and then they'll be driving, and then ask, my God, is that what somebody's going to eat? Oh, this is so important. One of these days I went to one of these restaurants. I mean, I know that in some countries, in African countries, they have a law that you should not sell food openly. So whether it's suya, whether it's bread, whether it's gari, you have to put it in a show glass.
Yes.
Either with glass or net. But here we don't have those laws. I don't know if we do, but it's something I think it's important, the way we handle our food, that we need to talk about. So I went to one of these restaurants, and I noticed that there was a fly. I want to buy meat pie. I've told them the story.
Yeah.
And there was a fly perching on the meat pie. I was dancing. I mean, having a bath, I don't know. So I said, there's a fly on the meat pie you want to give me.
Wow.
Why? Because the glass that they have, they don't cover the inside. Where they stand to dish for you, it's open. I don't know why they do that. So flies can, and the food is open, so anything can fly on it. So I was telling them, I said, where's your manager? What do you think about that?
Well, the work is still not, it shows that there was no proper job done behind the kitchen. So for everything you see on the table out there as a consumer, it's a reflection of the kind of kitchen that they have. Yes, so that is just telling you as the consumer that, okay, there is no proper hygiene in this place. So first, it's pointing to the environmental factor, that something is wrong here. What is the attraction to the fly here? So though we can say that house flies can penetrate into anywhere, but they have attraction. Is it the smell?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I see.
Or is it the cloth the food handler is wearing?
I see.
So they get attracted to dirt before they can penetrate to your food. So there must be an attraction, like a magnetic force.
Right. These guys who dish at a restaurant, sometimes I can see the hand will touch. Maybe they're trying to cover the food.
Yeah.
They take away pack. Sometimes the hand may just scrape some part of the food, and the hands are bare. I don't know if there's anything that do you need to cover. Sometimes they make them wear masks, but they will remove it because I'll talk to you, so it'll be on their chin. And one will comment, "Oh boy, pass me the ATM, the POS."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Hey, excuse me, are you sure your saliva is not, spit is not?" So are they meant to wear gloves, cover their? Are they meant to cover their hair, bro?
Okay, so that's the physical aspect of food safety, right?
Yeah.
So they are meant to cover their hands that with disposable gloves, and that glove is actually a one-time use. Then face masks, and then the air must be properly covered. So for the glove, not every food handler know how to use it. So once the food handler is done serving your food with the glove, with one glove, that's, for example, the same glove she used in serving your, let me say, coleslaw, which is a salad, should not be used in serving the protein. It can lead to cross-contamination. So I think because of that stress of changing glove, some persons don't use it. Yeah. So the right thing to do is, okay, let me say, for example, Mr. Kofi, can I serve your food? Then you place an order for salad, for protein, and for, let me say, fried rice. So she's supposed to use, let's say, 2 gloves.
Okay.
Yes, so one for the protein, which is the chicken, then she removes it. Then one for the salad, she removes it, then the rice. So that's how it's supposed to be. So it's actually a diligent process, which I'm not sure everyone is willing to go through.
All right.
Yeah.
There's a restaurant I like to buy jollof rice from.
Okay.
I love the jollof rice. It's party jollof.
Okay.
And when they serve you, after they cover it, when they take it to the checkout where you pay, the cashier there is punching the machine, the whatever, and then also handling the POS, and also interacting with all the people who want to pay.
Okay.
What she does, she has to open the food again.
With the same hand?
Yes, to confirm, with no gloves, to confirm what is inside is what it is, so that you know what is cheating the company. Open it with the bare hands. Look at it. Okay, is rice and then 2 sticks of 2 portions of mushroom. Okay, and then she'll now cover it with a bare hand, and I'll be looking like, I got Jesus. I better go make her no touch. I got, And then she called, and sometimes maybe you hand me scribbling. Ay, Jesus. No mask. A big restaurant in this Lagos.
That's very wrong. That's wrong. Yeah.
All right. Oh, leave it at that. So when it comes to food safety, I want you to draw the connection between food safety and cholera.
Okay. So cholera has been linked to contaminated food and water, right? So which is why we are bringing in the role of the food handler, because every food handler will deal with food and water, right? Okay, so the link between cholera and food safety is that if a food handler is not properly aware of food safety, then she would not be able to control this link, which is the fact that, for example, I am a food handler, right? I'm about going to the market, and I realize that this species or this kind of tomato that we have outside is either not fresh. Let me say a food handler should be able to identify the physical hazards. There are different types of hazard, right? We have the physical, the chemical, we have the biological, and we have the chemical, right? So every food handler without a knowledge of food safety would just casually go to the market, either buy the affordable without considering these factors, right? Thereby posing a link for contamination. Even, I said food safety starts from the market. So without that food safety knowledge, that food handler would pose a risk to the end product of the food, thereby contaminating either the food or the water.
Interesting.
So that's the link.
right from the purchasing of the food.
The purchasing, yes.
All right, interesting. So you're saying that if the food handler is not careful,
yes,
you can bring cholera home.
Yes.
Okay. All right. What are those things that? Anyway, we have to go for a commercial. So when we come back, I'll ask you what the things are, to look out for, and how to prevent cholera from coming home.
Okay.
Through food.
Okay.
We'll talk about that, and also how to prevent it from getting into your system when you go out to eat, as well. Numbers to call 0201-277-0993, 0201-277-0993. Female line 0201-465-7190, 0201-465-7190. Our guest is still with us on the program. We're talking about food safety, preventing cholera through food safety, and our guest this morning is a food safety analyst and supervisor, Comfort Alabede. Alabede. Sorry, Alabede. Miss Alabede, I know you're listening. Sorry, don't be upset with me. All right, and don't forget, One Play is giving away 10,000 naira to 5 lucky players. All you have to do is spend just 500 naira. You go to the website www.oneplay.ng. All right, www.1 and the word play together, oneplay.ng. Click on the box that shows you Nigeria Info FM with the logo of Nigeria Info, and then, of course, you can play. You can buy as many tickets as you want to buy, but know that you're winning only 10,000 naira today, so you'll be advised to not overdo it. Yeah, so you won't spend more than you can win. And of course, you can also dial star 347 star 880 hash, star 347 star 880 hash on your phone, and choose Nigeria Info. Also play. I'll run the draw after the news at 9. We'll pick the winners, and you'll be called so that your 10,000 naira can give it to you with just 500 now. Let's pay our bills. We'll be right back right here on the Morning Crossfire.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
Yes.
You're cooking again?
My sister, I like to keep my family happy.
So you use Tasty Tom?
Of course.
This stew is so red and thick.
Tasty Tom tomato mix enriches my meals with an appealing and appetizing red color.
So Tasty Tom is this red and thick?
Yes, so.
It's also tasty.
Can we have more, please?
I am going to get my own Tasty Tom tomato mix. My family deserves to be happy too.
Yes, sir. With Tasty Tom tomato mix, you can give your family more of meals that make them happy. It's thick, tasty, and enriches your meals with an appealing red color. It's enriched with vitamins and fiber that are good for the body. Tasty Tom for tasty meals.
Are you a secondary school graduate seeking to build your future, or a professional looking to advance your career? Now University of Nigeria, Abuja bridges the gap. With over 90 undergraduate and postgraduate programs, we prepare you for real-world success. Be it landing the job of your dream or the promotion you desire. Achieve your career goals with Now University of Nigeria. Apply now at www.nowuniversity.edu.ng. For inquiries, contact 0806 602 7981.
It's my so clean, new and improved. It's my so clean, free for powder that dissolves easily. It's my so clean, foams faster, 2 times cleaning power. It's my so clean, little cars along the way. It's my so clean, so clean. New So Clean detergents, every grain works for you.
Nigga, I need money to support my business, but to collect loan hard oh, eh?
Emeka, now only you never hear about Advanced Nigeria. Their loan they easy to collect. It gets competitive rates, and their requirements no they break person back.
You mean
Yes, so they fit give you up to 150 million naira loan. Them get mobile banking app and USSD for easy transactions.
Emeka surprise as he reach Advanced Nigeria. The application process na sharp and very convenient. Visit Advanced Nigeria today or call 7000-238-267. Nana.
As a mom and a dentist, I know the importance of strong teeth, beautiful white smile, and fresh breath. They give you the confidence to eat the right foods without worry. Speak confidently in public, and making friends is easier when you know you have fresh breath. I give my family confidence with Pepsodent's Triple Protection 1-2-3. It's 3 toothpaste in 1 to protect their teeth from holes, give them white teeth, and fresh breath. The confidence of 3 toothpaste in 1. Pepsodent's Triple Protection 1-2-3.
Hey mommies and daddies, it's that time again when we have our little ones at home for the holiday. We know they can be a handful, but Amazing Day cereal has something in store to ease your stress this period. Grab any pack of Golden Penny Amazing Day instant cereal, scan the QR code or dial the USSD code at the back of the pack for your kids to join a group of Amazinators who will be engaged in different fun games and be rewarded with goodies. Let's have fun with your kids this holiday. Amazing Day cereal is a nutritious, delicious, and filling instant cereal which contains protein, calcium, dietary fiber, and vitamin A for your children's daily growth and development. Keep scanning, play games, and have fun.
Everything surely comes to an end. That dinner, that mushy movie, even that long traffic. But there's one thing that doesn't. Enjoy truly unlimited data with Airtel Unlimited Speed-Based Plans. Visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB to buy now. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Trader, are you ready for the flight? Yeah. Maximize your gains day or night. The platform, HFM is the name. Trading with us is a brand new game. Come on, feel alone, execution slow. Switch to HFM, watch your success grow. Higher leverage, tighter spreads and swap free. Got your back in this financial fight. Trade forex, commodities, indices, shares and more. Just come and see HFM online trading. Withdrawals, deposit done in a dash. Our execution too fast. HFM stands apart from the rest. HFM stands apart from the rest.
Pico, HFM finito, HFM is ito. HFM national platform, online trading, forex trading, any trading. HFM no delay.
Join HFM today. Visit www.hfm.com or download the HFM app on Google Play or App Store. HFM, online trading at its finest.
The Ifeanyi tournament, the Nationals, is coming. August 12th in Lagos. Witness the brightest minds from across the country in a battle of intellect and eloquence.
Have you ever wondered if controlling resources will be the key to dismantling?
Yes, a child has not been properly academically satisfied.
Has such person not also get experience, like your 5th point?
Experience fierce competition.
Peace cannot be kept by force.
It's not because there's natural resources there.
persuasive arguments,
I believe that through a balanced approach to religion and education. Don't you think that such a person is old enough to decide?
and innovative thinking.
By 1985, the poverty level was below 46%. If they don't have money for tuition, are you saying they are not going to be accountable?
Whether you're a debater or a spectator, mark your calendars for August 12, 2024. I beg to differ. The Nationals in Lagos, Nigeria. Get ready to be part of history. For sponsorship and other inquiries, call Lagos Larry Griffin 0706 827 1163, Shola Kolade 0907 173 3835, or send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I beg to differ students debates competition. The Tournament of Champions.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
What is health?
It's more than the absence of illness. It's the state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. But let's delve deeper. Health is the heartbeat of life. It's the rhythm that keeps us moving forward, the pulse that echoes our vitality. It's a symphony of balance and harmony, resonating in every aspect of our existence. Health is a silent conductor, orchestrating the dance between the body and mind. It's the energy that propels us towards our dreams and aspirations. It is the foundation upon which we build our futures. So, what is health to you? Join me, Kofi Bartels, this and every Thursday for Health Thursday, 8 a.m. on the Morning Crossfire as we explore important issues affecting your health. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Live from the heart of Victoria Island, you're listening to your number one station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. Preventing cholera through food safety. Kofi Alabede is a food safety analyst and supervisor. She's with us here in the studio. You don't have too many of this kind of people in this profession. So I hope that by Comfort being here, especially younger ones will be encouraged to get into this field. It's very important. So we're looking at what exactly is the connection between food safety and cholera. How can, we be more careful? What can we do? What steps can we take to ensure we don't bring cholera home and to ensure that we don't also take it into our system through what we eat or drink? Because water is also food, I believe. Am I right? Water is also food, right? Yeah.
Yes, we can call that.
Okay. All right. Well, according to the United Nations, an estimated 420,000 people around the world die every year after eating contaminated food, and children under 5 years of age carry 40% of the foodborne disease burden. Children, with 125,000 deaths every year. The way in which food is produced, stored, handled, and consumed affects the safety of our food. Also, according to the International Livestock Research Institute, food safety continues to be a detriment to the health of people. It is unacceptable that some 90 million Africans become sick from foodborne diseases or foodborne illnesses every year. 90 million Africans. Which each up? I'm not well. What is wrong? I ate something. And this costs an estimated $16 billion in productivity losses. Now, in comparison, the international community invests just $55 million every year in food safety projects in Africa. All right, so we're looking at preventing cholera through food safety. And of course, like we said earlier, cholera is a food and waterborne disease caused by the ingestion of the organism known as Vibrio cholerae in contaminated water or food. Food may be contained or contaminated by soiled hands, but she'll tell us more about that. So let's start by talking about how exactly does one or can one bring cholera home, through unsafe food practices.
Okay. How can one bring cholera home from unsafe food practices? Okay, so one is the part of being aware. So let's say you are not aware. So you are going to bring that home. So now this is the first thing. If what you're buying is having all the factors I mentioned earlier, which is the 4 factors, right? The microbiological hazard, the physical, and then the chemical, and then the allergen. So if you can identify that, okay, this thing I'm purchasing is obviously not looking right, then you are at that danger. For example, I mentioned tomato earlier, right? Okay, you saw that this tomato is not hard, is not fresh, is not red, is not looking so fine.
There's no steez in that tomato.
Yes, and you see that tomato is currently expensive, right? Yeah. And then you saw another one. Okay, this one is sold for 1,000 and it's so big and all. But you saw that it's broken. You are even seeing the obvious molds. That's the white molds. I'm like, whatever, I'm going to rinse it. So that's the first danger. So and you then took that home like, okay, I'll rinse it with hot water, then I'll be fine. You're not going to be fine.
Baking soda.
Yes. So that's the first link.
So you have to look at the quality of what you're buying.
The quality. So that's the physical
attribute. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So, and is linked to the microbiological, which is you seeing that this is obviously not looking fine. You are seeing the molds on it.
Smelly, looks like it's rot.
In fact, if it's not even smelling, it's broken, and then you could see that, okay, this thing is having some white molds. But because you can cut that part off, but it has released its spores in it.
And it's cheaper.
It's cheaper.
Maybe rough. That's what I'm saying. Maybe rough.
No. You can't rough it. Something will be at stake.
All right.
Yes. So that is that aspect of the physical.
And then the microbiological.
And yes, linked to the microbiological. Okay. You could see that, this thing is growing molds already. Then you're still buying it. So it's all linked together. Okay. Then you could see that, okay, I said, okay, let me stop using tomato. What's another common food we buy in Lagos?
Yam.
Okay, yam. When you see yam, you see that, okay, this thing is already having... you touch it. There's something about texture, color, smell. When you're actually in the market, for someone to be food safety aware, you consider the color, the texture of what you're buying. So you could see that, okay, this color is off. Then the texture is not really aligned. Okay, then you just feel like, I will manage. So you're already at that danger already. For example, okay, let me just take it home. I'll cut this part off.
Even some gari that looks a bit gray.
It
looks like,
and it's smelly. You could perceive.
Smells stale, like it's been stored somewhere for a long time.
So identifying all of those, but you still ignore because there will still be process of eating up, not knowing that there are some thermophilic organisms, meaning they are eat friendly. They will thrive.
I see.
And then you still go ahead and buying it. So being conscious and intentional is actually a role in food safety.
In this country, we don't know how to say no. We amend, we bend, we adjust, we accept, we say, we make excuses.
No. That has to stop.
There's a big supermarket, I went to do the shopping for the house, and I bought yam from. And they're fond of selling bad yam with molds on it. Yes. One of the big supermarket chains. They have their malls all over the city. If you know who you are, you're listening to me. They're fond. You guys are fond of selling bad yam. One day I had to take the yam back there. It was a fight. I remember my receipt. I said, you have to change it. So they're fond of selling bad yam.
Actually, that probably, I'm not giving them an excuse, but yam is not in season. Currently,
why will you display rotten yam for people to buy?
So that's still telling us that there is no food safety analyst at the back end.
It's bad
because you cannot just a food analyst ensure that you will not just produce or sell out anything that can pose a harm to the consumer.
There's a gigantic supermarket chain in this Lagos.
They need a food safety analyst, or probably she's just ignoring those things.
One of those smaller malls or supermarket chains is not as big as this one. This one is everywhere. I once was just passing by. I was looking for spaghetti, or what should I say? What is this spaghetti? The long one.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, good. So I was looking for spaghetti, and I saw that some of them, these weevils, what they call these things that we find in beans, had entered into. Yes, maybe they didn't seal it well in the factory, and they were all over the place. So I called and I said, "Look at this. You guys have to take it." Oh, sorry, sir. I don't know if they just cleaned and put it back there. Spaghetti. You know, one of the others that I was sometime I raised the alarm about some of these unknown sort of like knockdown soy sauce, because I like, you know, Madam likes me to buy soy sauce for her, and I had to call the attention that, oh, see, this thing was trending, you know, and have you not heard about it, you know, Amoy, and then you see AMQY.
Yeah, I know the brand. Then you see another one with similar spelling.
Please, you can look into this. You know, so I don't know what you have to say about how supermarkets, restaurants, they just turn a blind eye to safety. Have you ever bought food in a restaurant and then the meat tasted as if it was bad?
Or undercooked?
No, this one is rotten, going bad. Undercooked, yeah, okay. I don't know
Those
what that
two,
means. So how do we?
They go in line.
No.
So I have my experience.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, so okay, there was a day I went to an outlet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've placed my order. Then I don't know why the person serving my food decided to change my chicken, right? Probably it was too big or too small, I don't know.
Yeah.
Then he used his bare hand and picked the chicken and changed it. I was like, why? Oh my God, what's happening?
Bare hand?
Yes. No glove. And I think it was because it's too big, because the one he replaced it with was smaller.
Okay, so that was all you were charged for.
Yes, and aside from
hand to take it from.
But that's not even my concern. It's not about changing it. But why did you use your bare hand?
Oh my God.
You know.
Oh
so
my God.
For me, that was already an issue. Yes. So
you've talked about the physical, the
microbiological.
Yeah.
Yes, and the chemical.
Chemical, okay.
Okay, I have not spoken about the chemical. You know, I don't know, there was a time there was this issue of beans that was sprayed with chemicals and all. So chemical in the sense that the cleaning agents you used in your kitchen, or let's say at the market, while you're buying something, somebody else is busy spraying. Let's say they have issues with pests, then the person is busy spraying with insecticides while you're buying. So that can pose a chemical hazard to whatever you're purchasing. So the ability to be able to smell is actually very important as well. Okay. The seeing for the physical, then the smell for the chemical. So it's very, very important.
I see. Interesting. You were telling me a story about when you went to the market, to purchase some dates.
Okay. You know, I don't know if it's our current economic situation, but I was going to produce tiger nut milk, right? Then while I was buying my raw materials, I just heard someone say, "Hey, Oga, please give me Esha dates." Okay.
For those who don't speak Yoruba, what is Esha?
Esha is rotten dates.
Oh, so Esha is rotten?
Yes. And I was like, okay. This is my first time hearing this. Then I decided to wait. Like, okay, I'm interested. Can I see the Esha? And I saw that this date was actually, oh my God, physically speaking, it was rotten, but very cheap. Who doesn't like something cheap? So for me, because I'm food safety conscious and I'm expert in it, I was like, okay, this is actually wrong. I was just busy communicating with him. I'm like, okay, so madam, what are you going to do with this date? Then she was like, they use and do tiger nut now. I was like, okay, so how about the tiger nut? She said, I go blend everything together, said now. I was like, okay.
Did she also get Esha tiger nut?
Esha tiger nut as well. I was just doing that for the first time. So we have Esha of these things.
How did it look?
Rotten. Then the tiger nut was already having some white molds in it because it's stale. So that's Esha tiger nut. It's stale. It's been stored for a long time.
And that's the one that they should probably throw away.
Yes, and it's very, very cheap.
So she was going to use it to make tiger nut juice.
Oh, definitely.
For people to consume.
Oh, definitely.
Man. All right. 0201-277-0993. 0201-27.
Oh, Kofi, good morning.
Welcome. Your location and contribution, please.
Good morning.
Shakara?
Yes.
Wow. Good morning. I like the name.
Yes, my name. My little contribution is period. We have to be very careful. These fruits we buy from this aboki, the way they handle it is really appalling. They cut it, they don't watch the container, they cut it into the knife. Is appalling. Kofi, you won't believe, one day I bought orange from one aboki. After some few, an hour or so, I started stooling, having running stomach. Most of them use Omo to wash the orange. before selling. So I was just trying to, because I don't eat anyhow, I was just trying to fathom out what could be the reason. You know that since that day, I've not taken orange since that day. I was so scared buying fruit. Those fruits from these bulky vendors now is really not appealing at all. The way they handle it, no. So once you have to be very, very careful.
Madam Shakara, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate calling in. Okay, have another call coming through. 99.3. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome. Your name, location, and contribution, please.
Okay, this is Joy.
Joy, good morning, Joy.
Okay, my contribution is I want to understand that Esha. Was it is it really bad? That whitish thing there, is it bad?
Okay, yeah.
Is it hazardous?
You can answer her.
Yes. Then again, I think government should also come, because Nigerians are really not hygiene is not part of us. So some of these people that comes to fry things, they just leave it open at the bus stop. I don't buy. But when you tell people, they see you that they do like you over Sabi. Because I see that they attract a lot of dust, lot of things. And that is why people are having a lot of food poisoning. These days, I advise people don't buy food outside because they use rotten tomatoes, whatever. So please, government should also come in. Then I want to also understand, because they said that's whitish thing. Whenever you put your tomato in the fridge and you start to see that white thing, that is very, very dangerous to the health. I don't know how truthful that is, but just please let me shed more light on that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time. Thank you very much. You want to respond to that?
Okay. So, Esha is actually very bad. Very bad in the sense that is already telling you that there is a growth of bacteria in this. So that's the type of mold. We have the white mold. At times, okay, let me say yellow. Yellow is common in eba. That's Gary. When you have kept your eba for a while, you forgot it, then you open, you start seeing yellow molds, right? So you see yellow molds. The dangerous one, you see the black. In fact, they're all bad, but the very dangerous one, you see the black mold on tomatoes. So any kind of mold you see, any color, is telling you that there is a growth of bacteria in this product. So you should not get it. Why is this? The mold is already building its spore around it. So if you cut the physical mold which you're seeing, in the sense that you remove the white part, unknown to you, there is already a growth. They've deposited a spore, meaning they have their genes already in the part of that tomato. So even if you cut it, they have tendency of regenerating themselves if they have a good condition to thrive. So what you should do is just avoid it. It might be expensive, but avoid it.
All right. Quite interesting. Another call coming through. 99.3. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kofi.
All right. You sound a bit faint. Can you kindly just speak up a bit?
Good morning, Mr. Kofi.
Good morning. Your name?
Good morning to your guest as well.
Okay.
Good morning,
ma'am. This is Mrs. Oboli calling from Ikuru.
Esther Oboli. Good to hear from you.
In fact, so many things you've raised today, but honestly, most people go for a shot these days. I know it's harmful, but because they've made it preferable, since the available they desire is quite expensive. And it's so wrong because of the health issues involved that you've raised salient points this morning. Now, I want to also talk about onion. I've always told people that when you cut an onion, when you leave it unused, like if you don't finish a full onion, it's better you use the small one or you use the whole one you've cut. Onions, when you leave them overnight or even for a very long period of maybe just 2-3 hours, the germs around you percolate on that onion, and so you want to use it the next time. You've forgotten that all the organisms around your parlor, your kitchen, your everywhere has, stemmed on that iron. Please, I want you to shed a little light on that. And when we go to market to buy beans, all these stuff, I see them putting rat poisons inside, putting pesticide inside.
Oh my God, rat poison.
In fact, when I went to Sabo Market, I saw them putting rat poison. They said it's easy to preserve so that weevils won't enter into it and everything.
So people are eating.
There's so much. Your coming today alone won't solve all these issues. Just speaking to the bits and pieces of what I've raised.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Oboli. Thank you for your time. You too. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Oboli, for talking about onions. Actually, onions have tendency of attracting the bacteria around the surrounding. Yes, if you want to trap the bacteria in your kitchen, you can just cut some slices of onion and drop them somewhere, right? So my advice about onion is this. You don't, just like you said, you don't use half onion and keep. You use a whole. And when you are also purchasing onions, look at the onions. Onions have a lot of black mold if you're not careful, right? So try your best to buy the fresh one. Don't buy the ones that have the black mold, that are physically present outside, because somehow you could find them inside already, because bacteria are interesting in the sense that they want to thrive. So once they see any access, they are ready to go through, right? So one, avoid onions that already have that mold physically present in the peel, right? Then two, just like you said, use your onions as a whole. So what I do, I don't buy the big onions. I buy the small size. So it's a one-time use for me.
I see.
Yes. So don't, if you, except you're a caterer, you can buy the big one. But if you're a family kitchen person, please buy the small one and have just a one-time use.
So if I have one I've not used and but the mold starts appearing on it,
discard.
What if I mean it's not going, I peel and the inside is not entered?
You discard.
Still?
Yes.
It's not got into the inner.
If it has not gone in, so what you do, you wash it, right?
Yeah.
You wash on under a running water. So then you peel it off before using your knife, please.
Oh, really?
So cross contamination will come in there.
Oh, you have to wash it first.
Yes.
Before you start peeling.
Oh, so let me say that afresh. You wash your onions before cutting, be it having mold or not.
So it's just cut.
No. Food safety comes in here, so you wash it first before using. And once you've washed it, remember to wash your zinc as well. Yes.
Okay, we have about a minute to go.
But can I quickly say something about Madam Shakara's advice? Please, ma, don't avoid fruits. She said she's already scared of eating fruit, right?
Orange, yeah.
Yes, she should not avoid any fruit. So what you do is make sure in your family kitchen you have your vinegar. So once you buy your apples, your cabbage, make sure you please rinse with vinegar.
White one or apple cider?
No, the white one. No. Not the, okay, let me specify. Not the
cider.
apple. No, not the apple cider. No.
Okay.
Just the white plain vinegar.
So you don't go use your apple cider you want to use in reducing your belly. Belly. No, that's not what she's talking about. It's the white one, right?
Yes. And if you don't have vinegar, you can use salt water. So please don't avoid fruit. You need fruit.
What baking soda? You hear that?
Yes, you can use that. I'm just saying something very more affordable and reliable. So it's either use the salt water or then you use your fruits. You use your salt and vinegar, not the apple cider vinegar. No, not that.
Just a quick. Well, we have NAFDAC. What are your thoughts on NAFDAC and all that's happening? With the food econ? Very quickly, 1 minute.
Okay, I would like to suggest that NAFDAC plays more priority on every food handler becoming food safety knowledgeable. I said knowledgeable because not everybody can afford the certification, right? So they should make sure everybody have the knowledge of food safety first. All right. So that's my advice.
All right. We'll have you again. Okay, we'll come back and talk about this thing another time. I want to thank you very much for your time this morning. Comforter Alabede, whose husband is a fan of Nigeria Info. So maybe he's listening to us right now. What's his name?
Kehinde Alabede.
Kehinde, how they be now? All right. And I hope you can call in or send a message next time on air, contribute and all that. Comfort, it's great having you. You have an interesting field, and I think more people need to, look at it and get involved and all that. We'll talk some more. Have you back. All right?
Thank you.
All right. We'll take a break and when I come back, I say my goodbyes right in the morning crossfire. Don't forget, I'll do the oneplay.ng raffle draw after the news at 9. So go on the website, www.oneplay.ng and play right there to win.
Be back in a moment.
You won't get drink to boost.
.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's